Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will be looking into how we can verify the response using the tests. So we will be writing different tests in Postman. So in Postman, there is a capability of writing test in JavaScript, okay, which will execute once the endpoint is hit, okay, and then you are getting a response, and then on that particular response, it is going to execute the test. So far, we have seen the manual way of verifying all the tests. In all the tests which we did was all manual verification. There were no tests written. But if you see, there is a tab in Postman named test. Here you can write the JavaScript code. So if you read the note from the Postman, it says test scripts are written in JavaScript and are run after the response is received. Okay, so let's write our first test. Okay, and the beautiful part of this is that most of the snippets are given by Postman. There are only few which you need to write by your own, but several of these tests are already present here. Okay, so the first one, let's verify the status code. So status code colon code is 200. So here we are verifying the status is 200. So let me click on send. So everything will be same, but in test result, you will see one by one, and that this test is passed. Now, suppose if I make this change, okay, and see if it pass or not. So here the assertions will be failed. It was expecting 201, but it got 200. Okay, so this is working fine. Now let's add few more tests. Let's say on okay, so in the body, let's say I want to see if there is a booking ID key or not. So let me add this. Add this. Okay. See if this pass. Okay, so this test also passed. Okay, so now let's verify some of the JSON value, few more JSON value. Here you will see that what we are doing here, whole JSON payload stored in this particular variable. Okay, we are extracting the JSON response and storing it JSON data. Okay, and then what you have to do is that we will be reaching to that particular key. So let's say I want to verify the first name and last name. So what I would do is that booking dot so it would be JSON dot booking, okay, and then I have to do dot first name, okay, and it's Jim and it is a string value, so make sure you are putting double quotes and making this change. Okay, similarly you will do this for the last name as well. So let's make this change, and let's say my first and last name. Okay, so you can see that all the tests passed. Okay, now let's verify the booking dates as well. Okay, so let's again write same type of test and say verify booking dates. Okay, so let's do this. JSON data dot booking date dot check-in. Okay, and check-in date is 24th December 2022. It is a string value. and let's add the checkout date as well. Okay, and then the date, which is a string value, send it. This has failed, so I cannot read property of undefined reading checking. So let's go back and find out what we missed. Okay, so we directly gave booking dates, but first we need to give the booking. Okay, so let's say booking dot booking date booking dot. Now let's again run this. Okay, so it passed. Okay, so there could be some use cases where you have to verify the array. Okay, so there would be some value at position 1 and then position 2. Okay, so what we have to do is that you have to index it. Okay, you will be using square brackets, and then it would be starting from 0, 1, and 2. So the first value would be starting from 0 and then so on. Okay, uh, let's move on. Now is equal to a string. Okay, let's say we want to verify the body. Okay, so what you can do is that you can copy the body. Okay, not the pretty, the raw body, and paste it here and verify this test. But since you know that we every time this booking ID is getting changed, so it will fail. So for now, I'm not going to write this, but wherever there is a case when the body is going to remain static, okay, so that time we are going to make use of this. Or if suppose you can handle it using any variables and so. Okay, so now let's verify the header itself. So the content type is present. Okay, so let's do this. Click on send. So it has passed. Okay, now if you see in headers, I want to verify the content type value is application slash JSON colon cassette equal to UTF hyphen 8. Okay, so this test is not available here. Now let's add this test by our own. Okay, so let me just copy it. So you have to write pm hyphen expect. Okay, and then paste it here. Then you have to write this in little different ways. So to be header content type colon, and then you have to specify this value. Okay, so let's say application / JSON colon cassette equal to UTF hyphen 8. Okay, now done. Okay, now let's run this. Okay, okay, so let me change this content type. Let's say content type. So this test has passed as well. Suppose I deliberately fail this. Okay, this has failed. We passed 9, but it received 8. So let's put this back to 8. Okay. One more important feature is to verify the time as well. Okay, in this test, you saw that it took somewhere around 7.27 seconds. Okay, so performance-wise, you saw that there was a lot of delay in this. Okay, sometimes you have to verify that a request remain in certain or a response you receive in certain amount of time itself. So if suppose I pick this response time is less than 200 millisecond. Okay, so you see that we are expecting that it should be 200. Ideally, I have not seen it to be between 200. Within 200, it is somewhere below 250. Okay, so let's first run this. It will fail, but we will adjust it accordingly. Okay, you saw that it is somewhere around 800 millisecond. Let's try one more time. It is 250. One more time, it's 254. Okay, so just to be on safer side, for now, let me put this, but you have to verify this with your development team, how much is the allowed time by them. Okay, so what does it mean that in terms of performance, what is your expectation? Okay, whether you should receive the response in 200 millisecond or 500 millisecond, what is uh, the threshold? Okay, all this test passed. Okay, so and then let's add few more tests, and let's say this one, a successful post request. So here it's saying if the response code is 201 or 202, then the test would pass. But in our case, it is 200. Let's run this, make this fail, and then we will make the changes. Okay, so you see that the response code you did not receive as is. Okay, so let's make this, let's keep this like, okay, 200 and 201. So if it is 200 or 201, it will pass. Okay, the test has passed. Now we can add this one last test, which is status code, code name has string. Okay, so here you see that with the status code, sometimes they are passing the message as well. In post request, majority of the time the message is created, but in our case it is okay, and sometime or majority of time you will also see okay. Okay, so let's me add this, or let's make this first fail, create it. Okay, received okay. So now I will make this change. You can see this here. Okay, it should pass now. Okay, so the test has passed. So similarly, you can write all these type of tests for all of your requests. Okay, and make use of the automation feature in the Postman. This will be very helpful for you to validate and even doing the regression test. Okay, think in this way that you have to just click send and then all your tests are done, right? So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.